All right, so 5 ways to destroy your testosterone levels. Avoid these at all costs. Sometimes it's easier to not do something than it is to do something. So when it comes to boosting your testosterone, it may be easier to know what not to do. And by simply avoiding the do nots, you'll see big changes in how you look and feel. So today, I want to give you 5 ways to destroy your testosterone levels and make sure you avoid these at all costs. Number 1 is sleep less than 5 hours a night. Your body produces most of its testosterone while you sleep. So the longer you sleep and the deeper you sleep, the more testosterone you'll wake up with the next day. And the opposite is true. If you want to really screw up your testosterone levels, then sleep less than 5 hours a night. In one study, researchers gathered 531 healthy men and split them into 2 groups. The first group slept 8 hours per night, and the second group slept 4 hours per night. The men that slept 4 hours per night had 60% less testosterone than the guys who slept 8 hours per night. In another study at the University of Chicago, researchers found that men who slept 8 hours per night had up to 250% higher testosterone levels than guys who slept 4 hours per night. A 60 to 250% difference in testosterone is going to make a huge difference in how you feel and perform at the office, the gym, the bedroom, and everywhere else. I know this from experience because I used to subscribe to the sleep less, get more done mindset, but after years of trying that, I realized I could never stay consistent. Some days my energy would be fine, but others I felt like I was barely scraping by. However, when I began to follow a strict sleep schedule and slept 8 hours a night, my performance started to improve everywhere. I wasn't fighting brain fog all day. I had more drive. I was sleeping better. I was seeing better results from my workouts. It's all because I got more sleep, which supported my testosterone and helped me perform better. If you want to improve your sleep with natural ingredients that have been shown to boost testosterone, try ManSleep. The ingredients will help you fall asleep faster and reach deeper levels of sleep, which is what your body needs to produce as much testosterone as possible and follow a strict sleep schedule. That is the biggest factor in getting a better sleep. Go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. That had a huge effect on me. Number 2 is follow diet trends. Unless you're overweight or obese, you don't need to eat at a caloric deficit for a long period of time, because eating at a caloric deficit for several weeks in a row has been shown to lower testosterone levels, and regardless, you shouldn't follow diet trends like low carb, keto, low fat, or any diet that cuts entire macronutrients. Why? Your body needs protein, carbs, and fats to make testosterone, and they need them in the right proportions too. Here's what I mean. In one study, researchers found men who ate high protein and low carbohydrate diet had consistently lower testosterone levels than guys who ate a low protein and high carbohydrate diet. Why? The guys on the high protein diet produced more sex-binding hormone globulin, or SHBG, which attaches to testosterone molecules and makes these molecules useless. In other studies, researchers found that men who ate a low-fat diet severely lowered their testosterone levels. Why? Because healthy fats contain healthy HDL cholesterol, which is one of the building blocks of testosterone. Without the building blocks, your body simply won't produce the amount you need. These studies show that modern diet trends, which emphasize low carb or low fat and high protein, can be a huge problem for your testosterone levels. If you want to know some other cool foods and diets to avoid and learn how to eat to boost testosterone, check out my book, The Man Diet. I'll put the link in the description below. In the book, I go over exactly what to eat, how much to eat for your weight and your goals, and what foods to eat and what foods to avoid. There's also a lot on our website at mitandutri.com and other videos on this channel about what to avoid and what to eat more of. Next is get fat. I feel like I need to mention this after ripping on most diets. Even though you don't want to follow most diet trends, that's no excuse to go off the rails or get lazy. Why? Because being out of shape crushes your testosterone. Here's what happens. When you get fat, your body begins producing more of an enzyme called aromatase. Aromatase turns your testosterone into estrogen. When your estrogen levels increase, it causes you to gain more fat around your belly, chest, and you start getting more feminine looking physique. Even worse, as those features develop, your body produces even more estrogen. So it basically turns into a cycle that's really hard to break out of if you're overweight. So to avoid getting fat or to get back in shape so you can stop producing as much aromatase and start boosting your testosterone levels, make sure you follow the nutrition advice in the man diet. If you need to cut calories, cut them fast, cut them aggressively, and have a day or two in the week where you eat at a caloric maintenance just to make sure your cortisol levels don't rise completely. Also, make sure you're training, make sure you're focusing on building muscle. It's a great way to burn fat. When you're cutting fat, you do need to go at a caloric deficit. It's also recommended that you increase your protein intake. If your goal is to boost your testosterone levels, get rid of fat first, then follow a testosterone boosting diet. But the fat removal is a must for men. The next thing you should do if you want to crush your testosterone levels is neglect recovery. When trying to get back in shape, a lot of guys end up course correcting a little too far. They work out every day, they don't give their bodies time to recover, and both of those tendencies can lower testosterone levels. Why? When you train, your cortisol levels increase. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone, and when cortisol levels are up, testosterone levels drop. It's okay for short periods of time like when you work out, but if you hit the gym hard every single day and you aren't getting proper recovery in between your workouts, then your cortisol levels are going to chronically elevate. If you think of cortisol and testosterone like a seesaw, you'll get the idea. When cortisol is up, testosterone is down and vice versa. So if your cortisol levels are chronically up, then your testosterone levels will chronically be down. To keep recovery simple, make sure you eat a balanced post-workout meal with a lot of carbs and protein and a little bit of fat. Also, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep per night. Sleep is the time of day when your body focuses on recovering from your workout, so the more the better. Plus, you'll produce more testosterone while you sleep, which helps you boost recovery as well. Number 5, if you want to crush your testosterone levels, is drink too much. You don't have to cut out alcohol from your diet completely, but just like everything else, moderation is key. If you want to have a glass of whiskey with your pals after work, or you want a beer or two on the weekend, it's no big deal. But I wouldn't go past that very often. There are 3 glands involved in testosterone production: the hypothalamus, anterior pituitary gland, and each is dependent on the other to produce testosterone. Your hypothalamus releases a hormone called gonadotropin releasing hormone, or GnRH. Your anterior pituitary gland then releases luteinizing hormone, or LH, and follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. In response to LH and FSH, your testes then synthesize testosterone. However, when you drink too much alcohol, it can disrupt testosterone production by interfering with all 3 glands. Plus, studies show the more alcohol you drink, the higher your estrogen levels will be. Similar to cortisol, when your estrogen levels increase, your testosterone levels decrease. High estrogen also causes you to store fat in your belly and chest, basically making you a jelly donut. No man wants that. The reason beer impacts estrogen is because it contains phytoestrogens and prolactin, both of which increase estrogen and lower testosterone. Alright, so there you have it. That's 5 ways to destroy your testosterone levels. If all you do is avoid these, you'll be in pretty good shape. And if you're looking for some easy ways to give yourself an edge in the testosterone area, think about giving our Midas supplements a shot. We put our heart and soul into making formulas that are proven to work. There's nothing cookie cutter about our stuff. We spend the money, we put in the research, and we pride ourselves on quality. Some of our top testosterone boosting supplements are Man Greens and Man Boost. Man Greens is our testosterone boosting greens powder that contains clinically effective doses of superfoods that have been proven to increase testosterone. When it comes to greens powders, Man Greens is in a league of its own because it's the only greens powder I know of that doesn't contain estrogenic ingredients. It also helps lower cortisol levels, which gives you a big boost in testosterone. Man Boost is our estrogen flushing testosterone booster. It contains rare minerals and natural ingredients that have been shown to flush excess estrogen out of the body and increase testosterone. So I obviously recommend you stay away from those top 5 ways to destroy your testosterone levels, but there are a bunch of other tips in this video to help proactively boost your testosterone levels as well. So let me recap. One of the best ways to boost testosterone testosterone is to stop doing the negative things. Eating too many estrogenic ingredients like mint, alfalfa, green tea, soy, flaxseed, not getting enough sleep, overtraining, stressing too much. The mental aspect of stress is something we'll cover in another video, but you can be doing everything right, but your mind's not right and your cortisol levels are going to be skyrocketing. So you got to get your mind right. Read some Stoic philosophy, read Epictetus. There's a great book about his writings called The Art of Living. So get your mind right and stop doing the things that bring your testosterone levels down. A couple other things is you need to stop sleeping less than 8 hours, stop following diet trends, stop gaining body fat, stop neglecting recovery, and stop drinking too much. If you want proactive ways to increase your testosterone, the biggest thing is going to be getting your diet right. To talk about the man diet, supplementation is secondary. I love supplements, but they're secondary. You got to get your body fat levels down. You've got to eat the right foods. You've got to control your stress. You've got to sleep well at night, and then you can worry about supplements. And the supplements I recommend are Man Greens and Man Boost. They're awesome. I'll put the links down below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.